Job Reach coming to you live and live from the city of Job Reach. It's the show called Here We Care. That's HAIR We Care. And on today's episode, we have a very interesting topic for you. It's called How to Avoid and Remove Lint, Fluffy, and debris from your hair. But before we get started, I want to ask you for a huge favor. Please click that notification bell right next to subscribe so that way you don't miss out on any future or current updates. And while you are at it, click that subscribe button. We'll be right with you as we give you some steps on how to avoid, remove fluffy, lint, and other debris from your hair, because here we care. See you soon. So, today's episode is called How to Avoid Lint, Fluffy, and Other Debris from Your Hair. Some people suggest and actually try dyeing their hair as a solution to mask or disguise lint, fluffy, and other debris in their hair. Now, I do not recommend this as a strategy. However, here's how to get rid of and avoid lint, fluffy, and other debris in your hair. The first thing you would want to do is avoid using towels and other forms of clothing to dry your hair. Use a salon dryer or a normal blow dryer, or even try the natural way of drying your hair, which is just to leave it down for some hours or as long as it may take in order for it to completely be dried. So you can probably use a blow dryer for some time just to get most of the water out, or you can actually use the natural way of drying, like keeping your hair down and then using a blow dryer. So you can actually interchange these or use it in whichever step or process you like. But try to avoid using any form of clothing or towels to dry your hair. I usually whip my hair back and forth, up and down, a few times just to let most of the water out, especially out of the ends, because you realize most of the water is trapped in the ends, which sort of makes sense logically. Now, you can use either one of the strategies, but I'm just telling you what I use personally, and it usually works for me for all these years now. Now, I will show you that technique of whipping your hair back and forth, up and down, side to side, at some point in another video. So stay tuned for that. You want to make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on that video when it's posted. The second thing you'd want to do is always cover your hair when you go to sleep, or especially if you work and or live around a place where your hair is exposed to high winds that carry debris. So if you work in an environment where there's a lot of dust, a lot of cotton or polyester being blown around in the wind, even sometimes, for lack of a better term, garbage that's being transferred or transported in the wind or in the environment you work in, you probably want to have your hair covered down. But most importantly, always cover your hair before you go to sleep. Some of these pillowcases and pillows and clothing, sometimes the hair gets trapped in and the debris gets stuck to or connected or attached to your hair. So you definitely do not want that. So please cover your hair. And when you're covering your hair, please cover your hair with a material that's made out of silk. So try to avoid cotton, polyester, etc. So you look for something that's made out of silk, or even if you have to make something yourself, make something that's already made out of silk. I know a lot of people use like stockings. I don't use that for numerous reasons, but if that's all you have left with or left to use on short notice especially, use that, and then as soon as possible try to find something that's more sturdy and usually just made for the purpose of actually protecting or covering your hair. Now, you may say, I don't have lint in my hair. Most times it's there and just not visible enough yet until it is built up. By this time, it's too much and harder to get rid of. So you don't want to get to a place where you're telling yourself you don't have lint, you don't have this issue, and then all of a sudden you end up with a lot of lint because it's visible now, it's transparent now, and then you have a huge issue of trying to get rid of the lint. That's most people's circumstances who face the issue of lint or debris or fluffy in their hair right now, and they can actually testify to that. If you want to avoid major lint issues in the future, please blow dry and cover your hair. Now, dyeing your hair is not the answer. Do not dye your hair as a reason to hide or get rid of lint. Dyeing is for fashion and color, unless specified otherwise. But dyeing your hair is not the way to remove or avoid lint. So please try to avoid this as a solution or backup or a reason or excuse to get rid of lint. Now here's how you get rid of lint in your hair. Most experts will suggest washing your hair with apple cider vinegar. Now I'm inclined to agree with this for the most part. I have seen some good results from it. However, the best strategy or solution would be, and I find this to be the most helpful and the most effective, and you get the best results. So for the best results, do something simple and strategic. Call a friend or two over, somebody you trust, somebody that has the patience, somebody that's actually genuinely going to help, right? So you call a friend or family member or your significant other and just get something simple like some drinks with some music videos on, or a movie, or even play all on the videos on my channel and be entertained while you pick every bit of lint out of your hair. So this is the most strategic, and this is how you will get the best results, is that by actually taking your fingers or something fine and taking those lint out one bit at a time, one strand at a time, one bit of your hair at a time. Then follow the steps I've listed above to avoid lint, fluffy, and other debris build up in your hair. If you have any questions, feedback, or suggestions, hit me up in the comment section. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and click that notification button after you subscribe, because here we care. Thank you.